At least from what I've seen of these two players, I think this will be a pretty good match.
Both players have a pretty good understanding of transition, so this is going to be one spicy match. However, I feel as if Edward has a higher max chain than Amanda, looking back on the matches.
Yeah, I think both of them will be able to play at a pretty decent pace at least, and I expect to see probably at least a few chains above 4. It looks like they are just deciding on which music they want to battle it out to. Not sure if they have come to a consensus. Yes, they have. They also came to a consensus on character, including alt voice. Bet, here we go. Edward going for a very quick GTR. He knew exactly what he wanted there. Amanda's chain being a bit more freeform, though she's already sending off the power too, and Edward is not ready for that. Amanda's actually getting a pretty quick 4 setup as well, though she'll have to dig that one garbage piece out, which now has the yellow in there, so she'll need 3 yellows, but then she'll be quite good to send off a big chain. Except she got sealed off yet again by Edward.
Had she got the yellows faster, Amanda definitely could have won that match, but there still is a chance to win.
No, Edward got a good decisive chain to seal it off. He definitely was pressured at first, but then made a few good chains in quick succession to not let Amanda get off her decisive chain. Looks like Edward's going for the long GTR, or new GTR, depending on how you prefer calling it, but Amanda sent off a pretty powerful chain and sealed that off before Edward could get any chance of finishing it.
Looks like Edward is preparing a dig.
Yeah, he's got a 2 chain, and he's got his yellows lined up nicely to continue the dig after. Amanda got a bit sealed, not too much. She still has access to her chains.
As long as she can get the purples in order before Edward sets off his purples,
yeah.
I think she'll have a chance to win.
Yeah, both players were digging a bit there and sending 2s. Edward's almost back to his main chain, but Amanda's setting off another 2 that's more powerful, getting another line on Edward's board. And there's the 4 chain from Amanda. This should seal it. Edward doesn't have any defenses ready for it. Alright, 1 round apiece. Looks like Edward's going for long GTR again, and Amanda's going for a bit of freestyle L shape.
I think this is going to be a complete rushdown. Yep, there are the 3s, but Edward has a 4, so I think this is going to negate it pretty nicely.
Yeah, good response by Edward to not accidentally tank that 3. He just saw that he needed to set off his 4 to counter it.
Now I think after this damage, Edward can still dig his chain pretty nicely. He just has to get those blues in order. Oh,
yeah, he's a 3 so far. He could get a blue to continue. Oh no, he actually got the 4. Oh, but Amanda had a 5. I should have been watching that side a bit more. Definitely a good chain there, nearly locking Edward out.
That was a pretty tactical play.
Yeah, and here comes another 4 chain from Amanda. This should seal it. Yeah, there we go. Game 1 goes to Amanda. Yeah, so far from what it looks like, Edward has good chaining ability, but Amanda is going for some pretty powerful rushes, so...
Oh, this is going to be color conflict.
Oh, yeah. And Amanda's already sending over the 3. So Edward, unfortunately, is going to take those 3 lines.
Edward needs to dig something out fast because it looks like Amanda already has her next chain ready.
Yep, there's another 2 to seal off a bit more. And then it looks like Amanda's been good at trying to go for decisive chains. Here's another 3, so I don't think this will seal it, but we're getting close.
I mean, any player can know how to chain good, but when it comes to rush downs, you've really gotta like understand what kind of like options you have, and also you gotta have a pretty decent amount of speed, which comes from not stalling at all.
Yeah, the color conflict that Edward made in the beginning, it was too hard for him to keep his chain open and do any counter to Amanda's first chain, and from there it was just too hard to handle all the follow-ups.
Yeah, there really wasn't much to dig based on how Edward put his pieces after he received a lot of damage. It does look like he has a pretty clean base. However, he's opting to harass.
Sense it too. It does block Amanda's bar a little bit, but she already has the bit of a dig set up.
Yeah, that damage was pretty useless in terms
and
of
the follow-up.
Amanda.
Oh, Edward got down to the power 3 though, so this should counter it fine.
I think Amanda will opt for triggering off the purples while Edward needs to extend those yellows, and I think I'll have a hard time to do so.
Oh no, Amanda turned the piece. She had the, I believe, a 5 chain if she just had the green on the underside, but it connected the blues on column 2. But still, another 3 chain from... Actually, it's a 5 chain because of the blues in column 2, so I think this will seal it out.
As long as Edward got another yellow in column 3, I think he could have combated Amanda's damage, but...
Yeah, those rounds definitely seemed a bit more decisive for Amanda, and she takes it 2-0.